What's up, everybody? This is Thomas with Keller Williams here in St. Augustine, Florida. And if you're looking for everything you need to know about eating, working, sleeping, and the 21 things you need to know about living in Palm Coast, then this is the channel for you. So go ahead and tap that subscribe button below, like the video, and comment if you have any additional questions about living in Palm Coast or St. Augustine. Like I've said before, we've got videos coming out every single week, so go ahead and make sure you subscribe so that you stay in the know about everything going on here in our beautiful town. We've got people reaching out to us all the time, so whether it's a call, text, or email, it goes directly to my phone. I'm the guy answering it, so whether it's a call, text, or email, it goes directly to me. And also, if you'd like to schedule an appointment with me, there is a Calendly link below. You can schedule a 30-minute Zoom call with me and my preferred lender. The first thing we're going to cover on our list is the property value in Palm Coast. So if you're looking at an 1,800 to 2,200 square foot home, which is pretty much the majority of all the homes in Palm Coast, a lot of single family homes there, you're going to be looking at a purchase price of around $400,000. Now, if you're comparing that with 30 minutes north in St. Augustine, you're going to have to add about $100,000 to that to get a move-in ready home. So it's a significant savings just being 30 to 40 minutes away from the downtown attractions of St. Augustine and the beaches there. There are also beaches here in Palm Coast. You can go right over the bridge to the beaches here in Flagler Beach as well. So you do have that option too. The next thing you need to know is that the nightlife in Palm Coast is pretty much non-existent. They do have the European Village, which is this really cute area where there's a good bit of restaurants and bars and shops where you can walk around, and it looks like a little tiny European village right in the heart of Palm Coast. So that's a really cool thing to do. But aside from that, there's not very many things to do at night. There's a couple pool halls, there's some farmers markets to do during the day, but really the entertainment scene, that you're going to either go up to St. Augustine or you're going to go down to Daytona Beach. The third thing you need to know is Palm Coast geographical location. It's actually just 30 minutes south of St. Augustine, so we're in the northeastern part of Florida, and it's about 30 minutes north of Daytona Beach. So if you're familiar with both of those places, it's pretty much this town that's right in the middle. So it's almost a suburb of both St. Augustine and Daytona Beach, Flagler Beach area. The fourth thing on our list are going to be the walking and biking trails that are available throughout the entire city of Palm Coast. Now, that's actually kind of what Palm Coast is known for, is your access to, not only walking and biking trails, but also kayaking trails as well, and waterway trails for boats. So Palm Coast has a good bit of those type of amenities. So if you are a biker or a hiker, then this may be the place you want to head to, because they have tons of trails just going throughout Palm Coast that you can ride your bike, hike, or get kayak access into one of the canals. Myself, I actually go down to Palm Coast. I do some mountain biking in Malacompra mountain bike trail. So that's one of my favorite places to go. I've said it in my other videos, but that's a great place to go. They do also have Graham Swamp, which is another mountain biking trail in Palm Coast. So they have a lot of outdoor activities that you can attend in the Palm Coast area. The next thing on our list is that there's no state income tax. Palm Coast is located in Florida, the state of Florida, a great state that has zero income tax. So that's just one thing to note. You can also use a homestead exemption, which if you make your home in Palm Coast your primary residence, you can claim $50,000 off of your taxable value, so it lowers your taxes on an annual basis. You can qualify. One major thing to know is that in Palm Coast there are lift stations that are either outside of your house or outside of your community, and what a lift station does is it pretty much protects the sewer system. It grinds up anything that goes through the sewer system that would potentially damage it. So let's say if a shoestring got flushed down into the sewer system and it goes into the lift station, and then the gears get caught up on the shoestring. In Flagler County and the city of Palm Coast, that's actually their responsibility to take care of. Even if it's on your individual property for your piece of land, this county will actually come and take care of that. So the lift stations are maintained by Flagler County itself. The seventh thing to know about Palm Coast is that there is a ton of development going on right now. If you're part of one of the Palm Coast Facebook pages, you can see people complaining about traffic, and right now you can see developing new construction going on all over the place, whether that's a single family home or possibly a duplex. They're putting those up all over Palm Coast. You have D.R. Horton, you have KB Homes, you have Blue Water, you have Miranda, Ryan, Adams Homes, and a whole bunch more that are centrally located in Palm Coast that are building homes The next thing on our list is going to talk about traffic. Now, I mean, if you're coming from a big metropolitan city or LA or New York, the traffic is not going to be bad to you at all. If you've lived here in Palm Coast, the traffic is continually getting worse. I mean, you're going to sit a couple minutes at a light, but it's not like gridlock, dead stop traffic. Only if there's maybe an accident, something like that happens, but the traffic is progressively getting worse as the development of Palm Coast goes on. Now, there are a couple choke points in terms of traffic, and once you live here, you kind of know where to go, where not to go. And there's a certain areas on Belterre where it goes right by a school. So if you're hitting the school right around time when kids get out, then you're going to be sitting in traffic for a good bit of time just in that little stretch. So you need to know those things, and once you move here, you kind of get familiar. There's no way to know every single little route. It's the quickest way to go before you move into town. That's something you got to experience and figure out on your own. The ninth thing on our list is going to be restaurants in the area. Now, Palm Coast is kind of it kind of hides a lot of its commercial places because of these signing regulations that they have. So it's tough to find places, but once you do find a good place in Palm Coast, you stick to it. Now, if you're talking restaurants and fine dining, you're really not going to find too much of that in Palm Coast outside of European Village. You're going to have your pizza shop, your Chinese places, all that good stuff within the area. But European Village is pretty much going to be where you're going to find the variety of food. You have your Italian food, you have Indian food, and I think you even have a seafood place over there. And of course, you have an Irish bar. So that's all over in European Village, where you're going to get a little bit of diversity in food in a finer dining setting. The next thing on our list is talking about local ordinances in Palm Coast. Now, if you don't know, if you don't live in the area, you wouldn't know that Palm Coast is actually kind of like a giant HOA. So the city of Palm Coast regulates what you can do with your property. If your grass is too high, the city will send you a letter that you need to cut it. You can't keep a trailer or a boat in the front yard. Anything that's visible. If you have if you're an electrician, you own a business, and you have Tom's electrical work on the side of your truck, you have to hide that, or you have to park that in a garage. So I know a lot of people will throw white magnets over it so it just looks plain, but that's just one of the regulations that City of Palm Coast has. There have been meetings in the past to kind of fight that because the landscape of Palm Coast is changing. A lot of different people are moving into the area, so they have been trying to fight that rule, but as of right now, you're not allowed to have any type of branding or commercial material on your vehicle. The 11th thing on our list that you need to know about living in Palm Coast is going to be Hammock Beach. Now, this is actually like a resort style place that you can live or you can rent at, whatever you want to do. But they have spa facilities, they have beachfront access, they have beautiful restaurants that look over the ocean, and they also have one of the best golfing setups that you have in the entire state of Florida. So Hammock Beach is something to know. It's a gated community within Palm Coast and Flagler Beach. The 12th thing you need to know about living in Palm Coast is going to be the neighborhood sections. Now, it's kind of like an unofficial name of Palm Coast. They call it Alphabet City. It's not New York City, obviously, but it's because that every little pocket of neighborhood or section, they would call them, you refer to by the first letter of the street name. So everything that's in the C section starts with a C. Everything that's in the B section starts with a B. So you have Burning Bush, you have Buffalo Trace, you have in the L section, you have Laramie. So that's where it gets Alphabet City. So each section is named by the beginning of their street. The next thing you need to know is that many of the areas in Palm Coast were actually developed to be golf communities. Not with an HOA or anything, but a lot of the homes back up to open, wide green spaces. And that is because that they were originally supposed to be a golf community. They were designed by, a lot of them were designed by Arnold Palmer and Jack Nicklaus. So actually when the market downturn happened the last time, they kind of shut down a lot of those golf courses, and they haven't been in use. So that's a benefit for a lot of people that live in the area that did buy a home expecting to be backing up to a golf course. Now they have beautiful open green spaces with tons of acreage. The city is trying to do something with that space. As of right now, we don't know what that's going to be. The 14th thing on our list is the proximity to different cities. Depending where you are in Palm Coast, it's going to take you about 30 to 40 minutes to get to downtown St. Augustine or St. Augustine in general. If you're looking to go to Daytona, it's going to be about a 30 to 40 minute drive as well. And then also to Flagler Beach, it's going to be about a 30 to 40 minute drive. If you're looking to go to Orlando, maybe you want to go to Disney, it's going to be about an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on the traffic situation. And also to Jacksonville, maybe you need to take a flight out of Jacksonville, or if you want to go to Jax Beach, you're going to be looking at about an hour to an hour and a half for travel time in a car. The next thing to know about Palm Coast is that you have plenty of access to wildlife and the outdoors and nature, whether that is going to be Washington State Oak Parks, or that's going to be Marine Land, where you can go and you can literally swim with the dolphins over there, or if that's just going to be, you know, taking a kayak out on one of the canals, you can definitely do that here on Palm Coast. So the access to going out into being into nature is definitely here. The 16th you need to know, and we are a coastal town here in St. Augustine, so we get fresh local seafood, but also in Palm Coast, it's pretty much a coastal town for the most part. A lot of it does lay on the coast, and you get tons of fresh local seafood. So you pretty much can't throw a rock without hitting fresh local seafood, whether it's someone that stopped on the side of the road that went fishing for the day and they're selling what they have, or you know, it's a shop in the area. You're going to be able to get some fresh local seafood. If you've never had it, if you've been using frozen shrimp from the store, I get it, I've done it before, but once you switch to the local, the fresh shrimp, it's a game changer. The next thing you need to know is going to be the access to the beaches. So there's really two choke points in Palm Coast, and that's going to be Route 100 and Palm Coast Parkway. That's the main east and west route that goes over 95. So if you live on the east side of 95, you pretty much have no problem getting to the beach. If you don't live on the east side of 95, you live on the west side of 95, you have to travel either north or south, depending where you are in your section, to get to those routes to go over 95 to get to the beach. One of those routes does include a toll road, which leads over to Hammock Dunes, which is another community that Hammock Beach is a part of. So that is, can be a little bit of a problem, takes a little bit more time. You're going to be looking at a 20 to 30 minute ride to the beaches, depending on where you're at in Palm Coast. Not too bad, but just something to note. While we are talking about beaches, the next thing on our list is going to be that beaches are dog friendly, but you don't really swim a lot in the ocean in this beachfront here. A lot of the oceanfront in Palm Coast is actually tide pools and coquina rocks. So it's still really great to walk. It's beautiful, but you don't want to get in there and hit a wave, because then you'll get bounced off all the coquina, which you don't want to do. Now, I did talk about prices a little bit earlier on. The next thing you need to know is that if you're looking for an intercoastal home or maybe an oceanfront home, then Palm Coast is definitely going to be the place for you, because the comparative prices to Jacksonville or St. Augustine are going to be significantly less. So if you're looking for an intercoastal home where you can put out your boat and have access to big water, then this is going to be the area for you. And the second to last thing that I wanted to cover is going to be healthcare in the area. As of right now, they have one main hospital. They have a couple other, smaller urgent cares and stuff like that. But the one main hospital is going to be Advent Health. And as of right now, they are also building an additional hospital in the area. Advent Health actually does the healthcare for Disney. So it's the local healthcare provider, local hospital. And the last thing to know about Palm Coast, which is pretty much a throw up for me to get 21 things here, is going to be the weather. Now, we live in Palm Coast, it's northeastern Florida. You're gonna get a subtropical feel, but during the winter, it's gonna get a little chilly sometimes. We had this past weekend, it got really cold. Actually, it got to like a freeze point almost, so they had to put out a warning, which is really, really rare. But typically during the winter, you're going to feel like 60, 65 during the day. And then, at night, it's going to get cold, maybe like 40 to 50 degrees. For people that live in the north, that's nothing. But if you're here, you're busting out, the Patagonia jacket, the gloves, the hats, the sweater, everything. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you gained a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of insight into what it's like to live in Palm Coast, then do me that favor and tap that subscribe button below. Like the video and comment if you have any additional questions about living in Palm Coast or St. Augustine. Like I've said before, we've got videos coming out every single week, so make sure you subscribe so that you stay in the know about everything going on here in our beautiful town. We've got people reaching out to us all the time, so that's a call, text, or email. Goes directly to my phone. I'm the guy answering it. So that's a call, text, or email. Goes right to me. And if you'd like, you can also schedule a 30-minute Zoom appointment with me and my preferred lender with the Calendly link, which I will put below. If you have any questions, please reach out directly.